Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 8. Let's just go, Stacy once said, smiling into the camera as the wind ran through her hair, even if we don't know exactly where it leads. Those 6 words came to define the way she and Matthew lived, a fearless leap into the unknown, together. At age 31, Matthew Yeomans and Stacey Tourout left this world doing what they loved most, exploring off the beaten path in the mountains of British Columbia. Their tragic passing came during an off-road journey near Silver Cup Ridge. They lost control of their vehicle on rugged terrain, an area both breathtaking and dangerous. Known for driving a 48-year-old Toyota Chinook, Matthew and Stacy spent 17 months traveling from Canada to Argentina. That trip, captured in hundreds of hours of video, ignited a movement of inspired dreamers, many of whom turned to their content for both practical advice and encouragement. Meeting in 2019, their connection was immediate. By their second date, they had committed to one of the most ambitious overland trips ever shared online. What followed was a journey across 17 countries, filled with laughter, setbacks, awe-inspiring landscapes, and connection with each other and the many they met along the way. Their growing YouTube channel reached over 200,000 subscribers. Their Instagram posts became a window into a way of life driven by freedom and closeness to nature. Yet what truly set them apart wasn't just the terrain they conquered, but the way they welcomed viewers as part of their journey. They had an uncanny ability to make strangers feel like family, even behind a screen. Matthew and Stacy had so much more than passion, said a fellow traveler and friend. They had heart. You felt it in every video. They weren't just documenting landscapes, they were living their values: kindness, openness, and courage. Their digital community became a source of mutual love and learning, echoing far beyond their last destination. Though their lives were cut short, their adventures, and the spirit with which they embraced the world, continued to blaze trails for others. As their families and friends grieve, the travel world mourns 2 guiding lights lost far too soon. Tributes to Matthew Yeomans and Stacey Tourout. Number 7. She was an enthusiastic and generous advocate for preservation. Her legacy will live on for generations to enjoy. These heartfelt words from Indiana Landmarks President Brad Ward capture the spirit of Gayle Cook, a woman whose vision touched lives, transformed communities, and preserved history. Gayle Cook passed away peacefully at the age of 91. Her impact is far-reaching, from advances in medical technology to the revival of Indiana's architectural beauty. Alongside her husband Bill, Gayle co-founded Cook Group in 1963. What began in a tiny Bloomington apartment became one of the world's leading medical device companies. Through smart leadership and determination, they pioneered innovations that have saved and improved countless lives. Today, their son Carl continues their legacy, but Gayle's heart led her beyond business. She was a champion for history and heritage, restoring more than 40 historic landmarks across Indiana. Projects like the West Baden Springs Hotel and French Lick Resort wouldn't stand today without her dedication. Her passion ensured that the past had a place in the present. Gayle also played a key role at Indiana University. A proud alumna, she supported the arts, education, athletics, and history. The Gayle Cook Center for Public Arts and Humanities stands as a tribute to her lifelong belief in the power of learning and expression. Her love for her home state led her to write 2 books celebrating Southern Indiana's culture. She co-founded the Monroe County History Center and proudly served on boards like Indiana Landmarks and the Nature Conservancy. Colleagues remember Gayle not only for her accomplishments, but for her warmth, curiosity, and resolve. Pete Yonkman, president of Cook Group, described her beautifully. Gayle's spirit of innovation was evident in everything she did. Whatever she was involved in, she left it better than she found it. Gail Cook leaves behind a stronger community, healthier lives, and a more vibrant Indiana. She is survived by her son, Carl, and the legacy they built together. She passed away from natural causes, surrounded by love and admiration. Her life was one of purpose, generosity, and care. The loss is felt deeply by those whose lives she touched, and they are many. Tributes to Gayle Cook. Number 6. It wasn't just the way he played. It was the way he made you feel when you were near him. Deng Mayar carried that kind of quiet power. Whether on the court or in a conversation, he lifted others through his presence, his kindness, and his unshakable work ethic. At just 22, Deng's story came to a heartbreaking end in a drowning accident at a Utah reservoir. But even in such a short life, his spirit soared far, leaving behind a legacy etched in effort, inspiration, and love. Raised in Salt Lake City, Deng discovered his love for basketball early. That love propelled him from Howard Junior College to the University of North Dakota, where he competed in 42 games and brought his team to the Summit League semifinals. His 5.7 points per game told part of the story. The real numbers could never measure his heart. By the summer of 2025, he joined the University of Nebraska at Omaha, ready to take the next step with the Mavericks. Although he didn't get to wear the jersey in competition, he had already made an impression. Coach Chris Crutchfield shared simply, "Deng was a joy to be around and made our culture better. We will miss him greatly." He was more than a student and an athlete. Deng was the kind of teammate who stayed late, checked on others, smiled in the locker room even after tough losses. Coaches called him a heart the size of a gym and a wonderful person. Those who knew him will remember how he treated people, with care, with honesty, and always with encouragement. His impact reached far beyond the scoreboard. Tributes from UND, UNO, and communities across the basketball world speak of a young man who made every space brighter, every team stronger, and every connection deeper. Deng Mayar is survived by his loving parents and family. His time with us was brief, but the difference he made will be felt for years to come. Tributes to Deng Mayar. Number 5. Jack had a way of making even the most intense poker room feel calm, fair, and welcoming. He wasn't just running events, he was building a community. Jack McClelland, legendary figure in the world of poker, passed away in August 2025 at the age of 74. He left behind a legacy that transformed tournament poker and inspired generations of players and organizers around the world. He began as a poker dealer in Las Vegas and, through dedication and integrity, rose to become tournament director of the World Series of Poker in the 1980s. He brought structure, fairness, and professionalism to an evolving game at a critical time. For over 4 decades, Jack shaped the global poker scene. As the longtime manager of the Bellagio's prestigious poker room from 2002 to 2013, he helped elevate high-stakes tournaments to world-class events. His vision extended far beyond Vegas. His leadership brought successful tournaments to cities like London, Vienna, and Aruba. In 2014, he was inducted into the Poker Hall of Fame, joining the legends he'd helped spotlight on the global stage. He also oversaw some of poker's most unforgettable moments, including the thrilling 1988 final between Johnny Chan and Eric Seidel. While Jack was best known for his behind-the-scenes role, he was also a skilled player himself. He finished fifth in the $10,000 7-card stud championship at the 2021 WSOP, proving his passion for the game never faded. Even after retiring due to health issues, including a heart transplant, he remained a beloved presence in the poker community, attending events and offering quiet encouragement to up-and-coming talent. Those who knew him described Jack as generous, humble, and deeply committed to the game's integrity. The game is in a better place today thanks to the efforts and contributions of this iconic former tournament director, shared Poker News in tribute. He is survived by his family and by a global community shaped by his values and vision. Jack passed peacefully after battling health complications. His passing has left the poker world quieter, but his influence will echo for years to come. Tributes to Jack McClelland. Number 4. He enriched our understanding of American democracy, not with bluster, but with clarity, facts, and enduring insight. These words from a longtime colleague reflect the quiet power of Jules Witcover, whose voice guided generations through the complex world of politics with persistence and grace. At 98, Jules passed away peacefully, leaving behind a legacy built on 7 decades of clear-eyed reporting. His life's work was more than news coverage. It was a record of history, reported in real time. Jules's writing didn't shout, it informed. Whether covering presidential campaigns or daily Capitol Hill politics, he brought a steady hand and sharp mind to his reporting. He witnessed moments that changed the country, including the assassination of Robert F. Kennedy, where he stood just steps away, and chronicled them faithfully. Alongside longtime collaborator Jack Germond, he co-wrote the influential Politics Today column for over 24 years. Their work shaped how millions understood politics. Sharp, fair, and with a healthy dose of skepticism. His book, The American Vice Presidency, became a definitive guide to the second highest office in the land. His biography of President Joe Biden brought humanity to a figure often seen only in headlines. And in The Boys on the Bus, he became part of the very story he was telling, a fixture of campaign journalism at its most intense. Yet behind the byline was a man known for kindness and rigor. Mentoring young reporters, challenging assumptions, and always fact-checking twice, Jules set a gold standard. He earned every bit of praise, from awards to the heartfelt respect of those he mentored. He is survived by his wife, Marian Elizabeth Rogers, a fellow author and scholar. Together they exemplified a life built on words, history, and truth. Jules Witcover didn't just report on American politics, he helped explain it. And for that, journalists, readers, and historians alike owe him a deep thanks. In the words of historian Don Carlton, his papers document half a century of American political history through the words and research of one of Washington's most renowned reporters. He will be missed, but his voice remains in every archive, every book, and every column that made politics just a little more understandable. Tributes to Jules Witcover. Number 3. Elon never told stories to impress. He told them to reveal. Those words, shared by a longtime colleague, capture the rare truth of Elon Dershowitz's life and career. At 64, Elon passed away following a sudden stroke. His passing leaves a deep silence in Hollywood and far beyond. Elon built a legacy not through celebrity, but through purpose. His work shaped the stories we remember and the truths we saw more clearly because of them. He produced films that left a mark, not just on screens but in hearts and conversations. He first gained wide recognition for co-producing the Academy Award-winning film Reversal of Fortune, a gripping legal drama rooted in his own family's history. That film, starring Jeremy Irons, was more than a hit. It redefined what courtroom storytelling could be. Over 3 decades, Elon added powerful titles to his resume. From thrillers like Fallen with Denzel Washington to the sharp drama of Wall Street, he had a gift for weaving emotion into complexity. He didn't shy away from any topic, embracing productions touching on justice, character, and the human condition. In recent years, Elon expanded into digital media and documentary film, always staying ahead of the curve. But throughout his journey, one thing remained constant: his respect for the soul of a story. Beyond the screen, Elon was known as a mentor, a generous collaborator, and a fierce advocate for up-and-coming voices. Across studios and sets, he shared knowledge freely and always made room at the table. Following the news of his passing, tributes poured in from every corner of the industry. One message stood out: he didn't just make films, he made you care. That was Elon's quiet genius. He is survived by a loving family, including his half-sister Ella, and by the countless friends, artists, and storytellers who knew him as more than a producer, but as a guide, a partner, and a friend. Elon Dershowitz's work changed the way stories are told. His legacy will live on in the films that move us and in every creator he helped along the way. Tributes to Elon Dershowitz. Number 2, the trust of the people in the media is earned day by day, Rob Lorei once said. And for over 4 decades, he earned that trust with tireless dedication and unwavering integrity. Rob passed away at age 70 after a courageous battle with cancer. He spent his life building channels for civic dialogue and giving voice to those so often unheard. Arriving in Tampa in the late 1970s, Rob helped launch WMNF, a bold experiment in community radio. What started as a grassroots station became a trusted platform for public affairs, music, and progressive journalism, because Rob believed journalism should serve the people, not power. He co-founded WMNF and remained its steady force for over 40 years. As News and Public Affairs Director, he cultivated a culture of fairness and compassion. His show Radioactivity became a space where disagreement met respect, and hard truths were never avoided. Rob also hosted Florida This Week for more than 2 decades. On screen, he brought together a wide range of voices, opened space for real dialogue, and pushed for deeper understanding of state and local issues. Through it all, he remained unflinching but kind, always placing community over spectacle. He mentored countless young journalists, many of whom found their calling under his guidance. Whether they were just getting started or seasoned pros, Rob made space for them all. He showed by example that journalism can challenge without dividing, truth tell without shouting, and uplift without fading away. In his final months, even after stepping down from his longtime show, he continued curating thoughtful interviews on WEDU. His heart and voice never left the mission. Those who knew him speak of his humility, his extraordinary patience, and his passion for making things better. As one listener said, "You were a trustworthy voice in our wilderness." Another wrote, "He gave us news we could believe in, a rare and beautiful thing." His family, colleagues, and the Tampa Bay community now carry that torch. Rob Lorei didn't just report the news, he built the kind of media that reminds us we belong to each other. Tributes to Rob Lorei. What's trending on the internet? News 1. Let's take a moment to reflect on the enduring spirit of friendship, as Diana Agron, now 39, shares heartfelt memories of her beloved Glee co-stars, Corey Monteith, Naya Rivera, and Mark Salling. Diana, who played Quinn Fabry, spoke on the And That's What You Really Missed podcast this week, fondly remembering Corey as a teddy bear and a big brotherly presence, who would go out of his way to make others feel welcome, like gifting his own sunglasses to her brother during a sunny afternoon by the pool. Though we have lost Corey, Naya, and Mark far too soon, Diana reminds us that their kindness and laughter remain vivid in her heart, mind, and soul. She finds beauty in those memories, replaying them like treasured moments that never fade. As we honor these talented performers and their legacy, let's cherish the warmth they brought into the world and hold close the joy of their friendships. Their spirits continue to inspire and unite fans, proving that love and kindness are truly timeless. News 2. If you've ever faced a difficult health journey, you'll understand why Teddi Mellencamp's heartfelt words are resonating with so many tonight. The 44-year-old TV personality, best known for her time on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, opened up about the recent passing of Brandon Blackstock, a well-known talent manager and Kelly Clarkson's former husband, who died on August 7th at age 48 after a private 3-year battle with melanoma. On her podcast, Teddi bravely shared how Brandon's story struck a deeply personal chord, since she's facing her own fight with stage 2 melanoma. She described feeling an instant connection and empathy, reminding listeners that everyone's journey with illness is unique and personal. Teddi emphasized how important it is to honor people's privacy and choices, noting her full respect for the way Brandon's family handled his diagnosis. Despite the heartbreak, Teddi's story continues to inspire, showing the power of honesty, community, and support in the face of adversity. She reminds us it's not just the headlines that matter, but the real lives touched and the legacies of hope left behind. Brandon Blackstock will long be remembered not only for his work in the music industry, but for the courageous journey he and his loved ones walked together. A story that's now inspiring others to keep fighting and stay connected. News 3. What a privilege it is to celebrate a life that touched so many. Ksenia Alexandrova, beloved by many as Miss Universe Russia 2017, has sadly passed away at just 30 years old. A remarkable model and psychologist, she devoted her talents not just to the world of pageantry, but also to helping others in her community. Ksenia's journey took her from Moscow's bustling streets to international runways, ultimately earning recognition as a symbol of beauty, kindness, and inner strength. Her fans and friends remember her as someone who radiated positivity, warmth, and inspiration wherever she went. Earlier this year, Ksenia married and was looking forward to her future with hope and joy. Even through moments of tragedy, Ksenia's spirit continues to light up the hearts of those who knew her. Her legacy as a compassionate role model endures, a testimony to her resilience and generosity. Today, the world honors Ksenia Alexandrova for the beauty and kindness she shared, and she will forever remain a cherished inspiration. News 4. If you've ever wondered about the incredible ways people come together in times of hardship, the people of Pakistan are showing us just that. In the northern province of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, relentless monsoon rains have brought devastating floods this past week, tragically taking hundreds of lives and leaving many communities struggling. Despite the heartache, what shines through is the spirit of everyday heroes, neighbors checking on neighbors, families opening their doors, and volunteers carrying food to those in need, even as their own homes face rising waters. The Prime Minister has offered heartfelt condolences and pledged government resources for rescue and relief. But it's the quiet daily acts of kindness that truly define this moment. While the road to recovery will be long, Pakistan's resilience and unity light the way for all of us, reminding us that even in the darkest hours, the human spirit endures and inspires. News 5. Few characters in daytime television shine as brightly as Robert Scorpio, and few actors have left a legacy quite like Tristan Rogers. Today we remember Tristan, who passed away at age 79 after a courageous battle with lung cancer. Best known for his charming glib role as Robert Scorpio on General Hospital, Tristan's legacy spanned more than 2,400 episodes over 4 decades. From his very first appearance in 1980, he captured the hearts of millions, turning a single-day role into a lifelong calling. Tristan was celebrated not only for his work but for his warmth and wit behind the scenes. Co-star Finola Hughes, who shared nearly 40 years of friendship with him, shared a touching tribute filled with memories and laughter, calling him an effortless actor and his own man. His kindness and loyalty touched everyone he met, and he brightened the days of colleagues, friends, and fans alike. Tristan's dedication to his craft earned him accolades, including a Daytime Emmy, and he delighted audiences both on television and in voice roles. But it was his heart and humor that truly set him apart. As we remember Tristan Rogers, we celebrate a remarkable storyteller and a beloved friend. Robert Scorpio may forever belong to Port Charles, but Tristan's spirit and laughter will always live on in the hearts of those he inspired. News 6. Nick Viall, known to many from his time on The Bachelor, and his wife Natalie Joy, are facing a difficult chapter, but their devotion shines bright. Nick, now 44, and Natalie, 26, welcomed their daughter River Rose last year and have shared much of their journey with fans. Recently, during a heartfelt update, Nick revealed that Natalie has experienced her 3rd miscarriage this year. While Natalie is taking needed time to rest and heal, Nick expressed how much they appreciate the support from their community and loved ones. Both are keeping their focus on their cherished daughter River and holding close to hope. Through their openness and vulnerability, Nick and Natalie remind us that even when life takes unexpected turns, the strength of family and love can inspire us all. News 7. If you've ever admired Barbara Palvin's bright smile on the runway, you'll be inspired by her openness today. The 31-year-old Hungarian supermodel, known for gracing covers of Victoria's Secret and Sports Illustrated, recently shared a personal health update. She's been diagnosed with endometriosis after years of struggling with painful, difficult periods. Barbara courageously underwent surgery and says, for the first time in ages, her recovery brought real relief. A period without pain. With sincerity and heart, she's encouraging anyone who faces similar struggles not to hesitate to seek answers or help. Barbara's positive outlook and determination to share her story remind us that even those in the spotlight face hidden battles, and reaching out can make all the difference. As she steps forward into her next chapter, rested, grateful, and ready to get back to work, we celebrate her courage and wish her continued health and happiness. Number 1. He brought the rhythms and sounds of the Irish language to life for a new generation, wherever he lived. These words from artist Reginald Gray capture just a glimpse of Derry O'Sullivan's legacy. Derry passed away in Paris at the age of 81, following a brief illness. His loss echoes from Bantry to the Sorbonne, and far beyond. Raised in an English-speaking home in County Cork, Derry discovered the Irish language during his studies at University College Cork. It became his passion, his tool, and his gift to the world. Guided early on by poet Seán Ó Tuama, he took the language to creative heights few could match. Paris became his lifelong home after a brief time as a priest. There he found his voice not only as a poet but as a mentor and teacher. From classrooms at the Sorbonne to poetry festivals across continents, Derry's presence inspired curiosity, reflection, and deep respect. He published 4 acclaimed poetry collections in Irish, including Cab Fuil do Judas, a work that earned multiple Oireachtas prizes, and the Seán Ó Riordain Memorial Prize. His writing carried the weight of memory, exile, and spiritual yearning. His long poem on the Nazi occupation of Paris opened new paths in Irish language literature, both daring and deeply human. As a teacher, he shaped minds at leading universities in Paris, As a writer, he collaborated with visual artists and helped build literary bridges with the Festival Franco-Anglais de Poésie. As a person, he listened first, shared freely, and gave back more than he took. He is survived by his wife and 3 children, his greatest joy and constant support throughout his journey. Those who knew him, and many who only knew his words, feel his absence profoundly. He challenged people to think bigger, to speak more clearly, and to love language in all its richness. Derry O'Sullivan gave his voice to a language, a people, and a purpose. And through his poetry, that voice will never fall silent. Tributes to Derry O'Sullivan. His stillness could speak louder than words. That's how a fellow filmmaker once described Terence Stamp, whose quiet intensity left a powerful mark on cinema.